All right, here are 5 things to know on this Wednesday morning. Police are asking for help finding a missing woman in the Brownfield area whom they say has early onset dementia. Police say they're looking for Wesleyan Marble. She was last seen riding a red electric bike on Hampshire Road with her husband shortly before 1 o'clock yesterday afternoon. Her husband says she got ahead of him and he lost sight of her. If you see her, police are asking you to give them a call.
A construction worker is recovering from injuries after a logging accident. This happened in the town of Stowe. It was on South Barber Road just before noon yesterday. The Saco Valley Fire Chief says the man was run over by an excavator, had to be airlifted to Maine Medical Center. The man's name has not been released. We don't know the extent of his injuries.
City councilors in Biddeford are moving forward with a plan to address homelessness. Last night, councilors approved a plan to clear an encampment downtown next month. City leaders estimate about 50 people are living there. The council also approved making about 60 spots available for people to stay. The nonprofit Seeds of Hope would serve as an overnight facility, and the Second Congregational Church would be an overflow facility if Seeds of Hope is full. Biddeford's mayor says $800,000 of federal funding will go toward the project.
Owners of a restaurant in Port Clyde are planning to run their business out of a food truck for the summer. The Dipnet restaurant got destroyed in that major fire last year. We talked a lot about it. Investigators say the fire started in the restaurant, then spread to 2 other businesses. Staff at the restaurant say they were able to open this food truck because of support from the community. They say that truck will be located on the very same dock as the restaurant.
3 of the highest tides of the month are expected to come through this week. The first happened last night. More flooding could happen tonight and tomorrow. Representatives from the Gulf of Maine Research Institute say the impacts will only be felt in areas that usually experience flooding from high tides. The high tides will roll in at 11 o'clock tonight and just before midnight tomorrow night. That video from the Old Port last night.
Yeah, we have a new moon right now. So these are kind of the highest tides of the month. So nuisance flooding like that in the typical spots. Thankfully, there aren't any big like nor'easter storms to add storm surge on top of the high tides when you really run into big problems like we did back in earlier this year. It's going to be a toasty one out there today, 80 to 85, sunshine and clouds, but this afternoon there will be thunderstorms and they could get feisty on us with torrential rain, some gusty winds, some hail too, and then we enter that unsettled stretch, which isn't all bad. It's just going to be, cloudy a lot of the time without rain, but there will be some showers out there too and temps in the 60s through the weekend.
So none of those days are like straight up washouts.
No.
They're all just kind of annoying shower
Correct.
dodging. Yeah. So, All right, we'll deal with it.
Bye.